Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Age of Wonders Planetfall. Look at this man, look at his face. Is this not the face of a uniter, of a redeemer of peoples? Sure, he's killed a couple of guys in his life, you know, listen, who hasn't, right? Who among us? But this is the face that's going to unite this planet. So right now, we are trustworthy. Our reputation is trustworthy. In order to do the thing, this is the wrong tech tree, there we go. In order to launch the thing, the Planetary Unification Protocol, we have to have a reputation level of virtuous. A reputation level of virtuous means, in terms of numbers, I do feel like they could just put the number on there instead of, like, I don't know that it's valuable for there to be quanta that have terminology instead of just showing the number, but we have to get higher than 600. Presumably what it actually means is 600 or higher, because honorable ends at 599, and I doubt that 600 just isn't in a bracket. So 600 or higher. How are we going to do that? I don't know. That's actually kind of a tough one, right? Because I feel like we've been working pretty hard on this, and we have almost exclusively... No, we do have exclusively positive value contributions, and yet only 225. So an integrated NPC faction is worth 150. We're totally going to integrate the autonom, so that's going to be another 150. There's also a doctrine that we can put on that will give us another 100 points. And then you can see we get temporary buffs. I just tried to mouse over stuff that's in the tooltip. But we get temporary increases from completing quests and meeting faction demands, just doing stuff for the minor factions. So... it's possible that we could meet a third minor faction. I don't know if we'll be able to juggle the reputation enough between three factions, because obviously doing stuff for one faction will drop reputation with the others. But if we could get a third faction integrated, that would basically solve it right there, because with that plus the doctrine, we'd be at 550. We'll figure it out. For right now, our goal just has to be continuing to get the autonom on side, and making sure that once they join us, we're ready to pull their dwelling into our empire. So let's have a quick look at that. Here we go. Their dwelling is over here. So we're not actually super close to it. We do have Winter's Bay, but unfortunately Winter's Bay is just barely not adjacent to the dwelling of an M-Hub, so we're going to have to take Tin Man Bay or Water's Edge first, and then get Vondber up to 20 population so that it can take on another region beyond that. It's not totally ideal, but we could probably do it. So right now, Vondber is producing some food. We're negative on happiness, but we're working on it. We could build some hydroponic farms. How many fertile plain sectors do we have here? Okay, so this is Arcadian Fertile Plains. When I do the mouse over there, is that information in that tooltip? Yes, it is. Okay. This is Arcadian Mountain. And we certainly can't afford to expand into another territory to pick up more food bonuses, because the whole reason we need food bonuses is so that we can pick up more territory. But, like, water regions give a reasonable amount of food. We'll figure it out. I think we're going to be okay. And just broadly, I think we're doing pretty well. We are technically at war, but we're not at war with people that I'm afraid of, so... I think we just keep hacking, right? We just keep pushing forward in the way that we are pushing forward. Speaking of the way that we are pushing forward, let's do this thing. We can probably just... Oh, that's right, the Veil of Tranquility is here too. This is awesome. Do we need to manual combat this? We have a huge advantage. I'm just going to auto. Oh, that's right. I was going to manual combat so that we didn't have a chance of losing a high tier unit. Well, we didn't lose a high tier unit. That was the runner too. How is the runner the only thing that died? Maybe it got low and teleported itself outside of its cover or something. We've certainly seen that happen. Okay, relations improved with the autonom. Public compliments from one player. So she is untrustworthy, which means that we're taking a reputation hit with her, right? From the fact that we're... No, are we not? Hold on a second. When I mouse over our reputation, it says that it should be giving us minus 50 opinion... Oh no, sorry. It's not giving It's not giving disreputable players minus 50 opinion of me. It's making my... These effects don't matter because I am controlled by a person rather than an AI brain. But if Minte Stygian was an AI, he would dislike disreputable players because he is reputable. Okay. Well then, never mind. It turns out it's fine. She's at war with everybody. I'm only at war with one of those people. I'm wondering if making friends with her is maybe a bad idea in terms of getting me attacked by the other players. So we have a fair amount of influence here. I'm looking at this this value. A fair amount of influence and pretty good influence income. We can, of course, use this to buy some favor with the Autonom, and I believe completing quests for other factions reduces your favor with other neutrals, but I don't think buying stuff from their store does. So we could do that. We could buy some stuff from their store. We would need 40 favor to get up to friendship, and then from friendship we need quite a bit more favor, so we do not have enough influence to make this the only way we do this. Especially since it would be 8 purchases to get us just up to friendship. Yeah, we really can't afford to do that. What can we buy from them that might be cool? Allows units to overcharge themselves. Oh, that's a thing that some units really like to do, granting them new abilities, increased damage, and changing kinetic attacks to arc for 2 turns. Oh, that's interesting. We might be able to make something cool happen with that. So basically what I was looking at here was, how much influence do we need to devote to our minor factions, and how much can we spend on complementing other players, was what I was trying to figure out. What does Imperial Mandate do? Oh, right. It's this thing. This thing that I don't care about. Well, it doesn't actually say that buying things in the integration tier gives favor. I'm going to assume that it doesn't. So this is maybe not even worth picking up, unless we know that we have a unit that wants the overcharge. I'm not sure that we do. Let's go ahead and start complimenting other people then. I would really love it if we could get out of war with Claudius Proton. He's been super weird. We could just send him the gift of this Casus Belli. Maybe sending a gift would get his opinion of us high enough that we could start to deal, because we know he won't give us anything for it. I will not refuse a gift. Okay, what effect did that have? 30 points, seriously. That's a small amount. Congratulations on your recent Empire task. Yeah, it's really not worth sending gifts, apparently. I mean, obviously that value is going to scale with the value of the gift, and I guess the Casus Belli is not, considered to be a very valuable thing. How about also, I have a lot of energy, let's give you a bunch of energy? Let's see about the value of, like, a gift of 600 energy. Okay, so every 100 energy is 10. Or maybe a better way to put it is every 10 energy is 1 point of positive opinion. I mean, we have an awful lot of energy we could gift. I was trying to, like, at the same time deal with this dislike, but seems tricky. How about that? How about I throw... Oh this is annoying. It's annoying that I have to keep clicking on it. Let me just enter a number. How about this? Really? He hates the idea of losing his dislike. Alright. Wait 4 turns. I guess I will. I'm going to give him more energy, though. How much do we need to get to a positive value? If I gave him 700 energy, his opinion of me would actually be positive. I'm doing it. This is what we have been stockpiling all this energy for. Trying to make somebody actually like me. Alright, so we have 10 turns to get stuff figured out with Claudius Proton. Out of curiosity... Okay. improving our relationship with him did not reduce the time to until he's willing to overcome his dislikes. And I'm sure when we wait that amount of time, he's gonna be like, no, actually, I'm not ready yet. But we're gonna try anyway. You think befriending the locals will help secure your path to victory? I do. That is actually what I think. Yes, and for good reason, I might add. All right. So the hero resurrection protocol. That's probably a thing we should have prepped. Have we lost a hero? I can't remember. But anyway, this is a thing we should have active. And then doctrines. We don't have a doctrine slot right now, but we could maybe free one up. Honestly, indentured contracts, not such a big deal now that we have so much energy. Maybe this is when we want to take on... where is it? Yeah, unification efforts. This is totally when we want to take on unification efforts. So let's kill indentured contracts. Prime up the unification efforts, and then... Okay, good. Yeah, do that one first. That's what I wanted to make sure was happening. That is a higher priority. Okay. Do I want to just fold her into this army? I guess so. Oh, she is... we didn't spend any skill points on her. Well, if we level up her piloting, we could put her in one of those fancy subjugator chairs. That seems cool. She doesn't even have a gun right now. Yeah, I'm going to do that. You get to play with one of the cool chairs. And then also, right now it looks like she's maybe not going to be the commander of an army, so that does change her skill loadout somewhat. Attempt to control non-mindless infantry units. Okay, yes, we are taking the mind control. Mind control's bananas. Escape module is great. Parasitic spray. Shoot an infectious spray. Okay. Okay. Rapid movement. Yeah, the skitter thing. Hero gains regenerative spore cloud, healing itself and adjacent friendly biological and cyborg units for 15% of their maximum health at the end of each turn. Click. Spore feeding is even more healing. This is not going to fire all that much for us because we're so sniper and just generally gun heavy. So maybe that's not a big deal. And obviously it would only work if she was commanding her own army. But if it was good enough, it would have been enough to make me think we didn't want to roll her into this other army. And maybe that's still the case. Maybe we do want her to be in command of her own force. In fact, I think we probably do. And spore feeding's only 4 points. Who knows? Maybe it'll come into play sometimes. So we'll grab shield battery 2 then. Flanking is fun to do. Yeah, sure. And then she has 60 HP right now. Hold on. Confirm. Spend that. Let's put her in the fancy chair. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty slick, right? Okay. In the fancy chair, she has Sci-Tech heavy repeaters, which seem cool. She only has 60 HP. Return target dead indentured unit back to service at full... Wow. That's pretty good. Project agony field. So it says project a ranged field of psionic energy. I'm assuming that this is not a single hex targeting ability, but unfortunately a lot of the targeting information doesn't actually appear in the tooltips. And then of course your basic Sci-Tech grenade. She is stagger resistant, she has flanker. She seems great. I think we've done some fine work here. I'm going to go ahead and grab Vitality. What's the range on her repeater? Okay, so she does get to fight from a normal fighting distance. I'm going to go ahead and level up her Vitality, though, because losing her would be a real bummer. Like, it would really reduce our strength locally in that combat right away. And then we'll just grab some basic... Actually, you know what? If I'm only going to get one skill, let's get Deadeye. Grab some basic ranged combat stuff. And then also, you know... I guess we didn't need to give her Flanker, because we have a thing that gives Flanker. But that means we don't have to give her that. So we can give her, like, Shield of Remorse, and... I'm doing okay on Cosmite. We can afford to go kind of nuts here. Like, the way she's built up, kind of want her to press forward a lot, I think. So the targeting system, I mean, I'm still going to give her the targeting system, even though the flanker part of it's redundant. It's 20% hit chance. Okay. She needs to be put in command of her own force. So let's talk about that. Let's get her back in the direction of the places where we can easily build her an army. And if we're going to potentially be ready for the enemy, we gotta head some people back north. We should probably take these guys out. What are they sitting on? An Imperial Standard? That's fine. We could fight these guys, but I don't know that it matters. Because the Abyssal Tear is just going to generate more of them forever. I guess we could close the Abyssal Tear. Yeah, maybe that's worth doing. So an Initiate, a Malictor, and 2 Indentured. I'm wondering whether we need to bring home more people. Yeah, closing the tear wouldn't be that hard. Alright, roll in that direction. We'll pull some people back. This is what we'll do. This is worth doing, and I still don't think that the what's-his-face, the Kirko guy, is actually going to attack us. I just don't believe it. Okay, so where do we have an unexploited area? Oh, Mirabel Station is still not exploited. Why don't we make ourselves an energy efficient assembly line just in case the in case those dudes do decide to come and get us? Maybe? Does that make the most sense, or should we don't really need a ton more population in Penster, and frankly, Penster's population growing is only going to make the place more unhappy. Maybe we should throw down an industrial exploitation? Mirabel Station's not particularly well suited to any kind of exploitation. Yeah, I guess let's do that quickly. Get that place a little bit more functional. And then I think this is the time to start building that army, so I definitely want to get an Overseer. Hold on, the Overseer design is extremely basic. Can we maybe fancy that up a little bit? I gotta be careful, because obviously I don't want to make it too expensive for me to start building it. Like, what do we want to do with these guys? Mostly what they do is heal and cerebral override. They don't actually attack all that often. And we mostly just want one in the army for imposed discipline. So what I want them to do is survive, right? That's the most important thing. The tenets of healing are not bad on these guys. Gives them another heal to use when their first heal's on cooldown, and then they can just be like a dedicated healing unit. And then, like, that makes them enlightened. Because they weren't before. We definitely want all of our units to be enlightened. There's no reason not to put on an exploitative targeting system unless you're afraid of the cost. And then maybe that's it. 10% increased accuracy. Like, maybe it's not even worth the cost here, because we're talking about 18 production cost. This is more than a turn of Cosmite income. We can do something about that. We can increase our Cosmite income, of course. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it here. It's expensive, but a fine touch, Overseer. Sure, that'll do. So we should have somebody come up here. We should move these guys off this rift now. It's probably... We're no longer as desperate for influence as we were last time we were considering this. So that'll get us another 5 Cosmite per turn, and then we have Cosmite buildings we can still research. Yeah. What's that going to take? 42? Okay. We have our new doctrine in place. Give us some more reputation. Oh, I have a thing I'm supposed to be doing here. It is a slaying of Paragon units, which is not necessarily great. Oh, my reputation climbed up to honorable. But yeah, right, because the doctrine went into effect. That is not a surprise. And we have received a proposal from Hatul Uruk. He wants a truce. I would love a truce. I would love to not have to think about you maybe attacking me. So that gets us, that gets our race relation with the Kirko up a little bit higher, which is nice. Alright, you guys come back and help me fix this thing. Float your ass back over here and let's fight these guys. I'm definitely worried. Oh, those are Paragon forces. Never mind. I'm not worried. Let's enrage these gorges. So wait, why can I build a Vanguard colony but not a Syndicate colony? Oh, because this is a Vanguard settling unit. Right, I didn't think about that. I wasn't even considering the differences between the settling units. That's interesting. Okay, well, sure, found a Vanguard colony, that's fine. I don't think that really hurts us. So hold on. Here's the thing I'm not 100%. I'm certainly not optimizing for. What is it, like, how does it help us to... Let's dig into the race relations system. Right now we're 300 with these guys, which means their colonies have free happiness. 25% influence and energy cost reduction. Okay, opinion from players of that race. That does matter, although there are no players of the Vanguard race left. And then our syndicate relations are part of why we're doing so well with her. It would be cool if we could get some assembly relations going. So where are all my points coming from here? The colonies, a peaceful resolution with the settlement, so mostly from the colonies, really. Okay, so this is not a system that we can affect too much at the moment. Like I could not start building up my assembly rep very easily. Claudius, my friend. How many turns left on this? 3? Alright, we'll be back. We'll talk to him again soon. I think we don't have any other terribly important things to do. We could try complimenting some of the other players, just try to work these values up. Not even because I care about their opinion of me necessarily in a like winning the game sense, but because if they attack me, it will slow my stuff down. It's just like annoying. Here, I have a compliment for you, and a compliment for you. Congratulations on your Empire task. And one more for you as well. Though we may not share the best relationship, this will pave the way toward mutual respect. I certainly hope so. Who doesn't love respect? Alright, so we have a ton of happiness here. This city is not super productive, but like basically fine. Alright, out here on the flashy coast. Plus food for each food and hydro exploitation, or plus science. We don't actually need a ton more research. Like we sort of have all the researches done that we need to get done, I think. But we like really don't need this place to be any bigger, so I guess research facility it is. Neither one of those is terribly interesting though. Sure, upgrade the energy sectors. We could gift a lot of energy to people still. Okay, right, that takes a turn to actually set up. One thing that I'm not aware of still, because we didn't really get a good sense of it last game, is how many minor factions we can usually expect to see on a map. Because that's going to affect our decision-making somewhat, right? Oh no! It's some dudes. This is a Marauder force. There was a Marauder force. Well, that's bad. We're probably not going to be able to survive this, huh? All we have to do is run away from them for 4 turns, but it's hard to imagine getting away with that. I guess we have a lot of distance that we can flee. Well, I guess let's do this. Yeah, some of their units are pretty fast, man. I'm going to go down this way. Let's try to drag them down and then scoot up around the edge of the map. They're real fast. did my best to draw them south, but this is not working out the way I wanted it to. See, because I can move to here, and then that guy is 100% going to be able to do a thing to me, I think. I'm not 100% clear on the rules here. If I Spirit Flash them... Might be a good idea, right? Hold on a second. Who's going to be able to reach me? So you will be able to snapshot me from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And you guys have your Vomit, which only has a 3-tile range. So wait, this is 1 action... this is where they still have 3 action points left. This is 2, this is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... what does it have? Oh, it only has a range of 3. Actually, if we stagger these dudes up here, maybe we won't be able to get hit? But I'm not sure if, like... Oh, right, he has his teleport. I forgot about the teleport. He's able to make some extra distance. Okay, well, that being the case, the battle's over. My laser array does not allow me to hit for anywhere near enough damage, and they're going to kill me in a single turn after that. Shoot, I thought we had him for a second there. So what? The laser array... It's a single target attack too. Alright, I'm just gonna just get this over with. That's a shame. When we saw nothing but a friendly army in vision range, I thought we were totally cool there. Alright, we're just gonna have to send a whole army over there with them. It doesn't really affect anything. Okay, public compliment, I like that. Also that. Seems like the world is slowly becoming a more peaceful place. That sucks. The Paragons want us to do a thing for them. We probably shouldn't. I really don't want to damage my relationship with the other faction. Let's decline, and then buy some stuff from them. Try to chill them out a little bit. Hey guys, why don't you teach me about Imperial mandates? I don't even want that. Why don't you give me some units? You know, the heavy soldier is not a bad guy. Really expensive. Let's take a fanatic because a fanatic's cheaper. It's a cheaper way to get 10 favor. You can come down here and join up. Ionic detachment is fine. The Arc Impact module does play well with the ability to overcharge people. Alright, let's get this thing done. And you know, we should probably go ahead and manual this, just so that we don't lose another unit. What does this do? Oh, okay. I don't care about that. Yeah, we'll manual combat just so that nothing dumb happens. I'm sure I can get us through this without anyone dying. I'm like 60% sure I can get us through this without anyone dying. So let's see. Let's start with the guy in the chair. So we have a normal range attack here. I think probably what we want to do actually is just okay, it's a pretty standard small area attack. I think we just want to run toward our friends, or I don't know. They're not going to turn around and attack Felicia. Felicia can just go toward them. What we really care about is getting these other units into place. Is this actually providing cover? It totally is. It's a bunch of tiny little mushrooms. Like we can definitely still see you. You would think that ranged attacks would just go straight through the mushrooms. Alright, let's move you up to, like, here, maybe? And then pop out the heal drone. This gives us an okay place to take cover. Suppose we have a slightly better shot here. That was pretty good. Do I want to just prod them? I think I do. Hold on, let's make sure that I know where I'm having this guy set up. Just that I don't accidentally put the prod unit in the place where he needed to stand. Yeah, it looks to me like a prod is probably going to give us a kill there. At least has a decent chance. Okay, all it needed to do was hit once. There was one actual hit would have been good enough there. You guys, that's so annoying. Now that guy's gonna get a turn. Not hitting a single shot in 3 60% shots. Pretty bad luck. And I think we're one space too far away to hit him. What about you? You have that. This is maybe not like the optimal use of this thing, but I really want them to get one less unit. Okay, you have some cool stuff, but probably not anything really cool you can do this turn. We could just Wraith Drive into the middle of the enemy units. That'd show them. And you don't have Overwatch. Grenade throw, I'm assuming, is standard. Yeah, pretty short. Okay, I guess just get over here. You know what? I'm even going to throw on the dermal patches, because this battle's not going to last long enough for those to run out anyway. There's no sense in delaying them. Then we just have a lot of normal shooty units going on Overwatch. Boy, that's not a very good Overwatch. Alright, well, I'd be lying if I said that was as well as I thought we were going to do on this first turn. I thought we were going to maybe get a little bit further. Man, the splash on that attack is really something, huh? Are you guys feared? They are panicked. Okay. That's fine. That's not the end of the world. Alright, yeah, it's one of these, right? We just, like, destroy a bunch of cover. Oh, maybe that's not a good place for him to be standing, though. So do I want to roll forward and shoot more than I want to engage the scanners? That's an interesting question. Still can't actually get any attacks off. Yeah, really all I can do with this one is just fly forward. That's a shame. This battle is unfolding in the wrong direction. I really intended to select the drone. Apparently failed. Well, Mente Stygian did not do the thing I wanted here, so now we gotta figure out a new thing to do. Yeah, it's very easy to select the wrong unit when you are trying to select a flying unit. No reason not to do this, and then I guess just drive back out because you're in the way. And if we can draw enemy fire onto Minte Stygian instead of having it hit other people, I think that's 100% okay. Stupid staff can't hit anything. Well, I guess what we're going to do with this guy is have him run over here. Maybe potentially be helpful to the units on this side. And then we could try to devour that guy's hope. It's an awful lot of damage. Crystal shotgun is... okay, he has a lot of shield. Neither one of these attacks are going to ignore the shield. Oh, no, that's right. This doesn't do damage. It just heals the caster. Well, then I think I want to shoot him with my shotgun. I think that's probably the right move. Wow. Solid shooting there. Thing is remarkably resilient. 16 health left. So an arc discharge is going to hit for 5. That said, it is a double stagger. I don't know that we're going to be able to kill it this turn. I don't think we have enough damage left. So let's see. I move you up. You get to double tap him. Actually, this might do it. Yeah, thanks to the flanking bonus damage. That gets him low enough that we can, in fact, discharge him and stun both of those units. Or stagger both of those units, rather. And then, like, we have a runner over here who's going to be a problem. What do I want to do with you? This probably has to get figured out, because this is going to set the tone for a lot of the rest of the turn. You know what? We can probably just kill this guy, right? Between this attack and these two. We'll just take one more gun off the table. Alright, and then... we're gonna have to kill the runner twice. So we probably want to, like, get started on the process of killing him. I'd feel a little bit more into shooting him here if it was clear that we were actually going to finish him off, though. I'm just going to take these shots. They're very close to guaranteed. We may end up losing this soldier. We'll see how things go. If he survives the turn, he's getting healed for a tremendous amount. Okay, just bad decision-making on their part. Always welcome. You know what? I think I overestimated the amount that we were going to be able to move this drone. Never mind. We'll just heal you. Alright. The battle should be over here, right? You want to come up and actually do something? Sounds like fun, right? I really can't get... well, that's annoying. Okay, apparently we're only going to get one shot. Pretty good, though. Do I think I'm actually going to be able to even destroy their cover? Probably not, right? But it's throw the grenade or, like, move all the way over here for a shot. Yeah, I have to go down to one action point to even shoot at them, so... if we're only gonna get one attack off, it may as well be the one that might destroy their cover. We didn't get there. Oh no, that is indestructible cover, actually. Thing that is not at all obvious from just looking at it, unfortunately. Alright, well I guess let's set off the rescue module. And then, now that we know their new position, we can make some more decisions. That's a shame. They teleported out of cover and also facing away from us. Check out their cool sneakers, though. I want some of those sneakers that make you fly and also save your life. I'll pay Nike prices for that. Wait. Oh, orders required. Not hero can be upgraded. Orders required. It's a slightly different prompt. So what do we want? Like, how do we want to position our armies from here? Now that we're no longer at war, we still have some neutrals that we could go and fight. I guess one of these armies needs to go over this. That can be this army's job. Go over to that eastern continent and make way. Make room for my colonization fleet. And then you definitely have something to do already. And we probably don't need to build a military unit. Do we want to just generate knowledge or, I guess, energy? We're using the energy for diplomatic purposes, at least. That sector upgrade going. Laviash probably does not actually need the defense towers, but just in case, sometimes by the time you need something, it's too late to start building it. Show me my dead hero. Who died? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember you. Kind of. Alright, we gotta annex a sector for Laviash, which is this one probably, right? Because there's a Cosmite stash over there that we would like to get a hold of. And I guess that's not really related to the annex. Oh, also I forgot to start dispelling that. Well, we'll do that on this turn. That's not a big deal. The chair can handle it. But yeah, we do have this quest army still to slay, too. I'm a little torn on whether I actually want to do it. I mean, I guess we got rep with the Paragon. We did buy that thing from them. It's probably fine. The Autonoms. Yeah, I mean, we better take it. Okay, we have a unit with low morale. I'm not really worried about it. I think we have a unit with low morale because we're in that zone that makes all of our units sad. Okay, Logan's preparing for war, he says, which is... I don't know, man. It's hard to care about that, if I'm being honest. May as well make ourselves a field hospital, I guess. Over here, it doesn't really help us to build the colonizer in a... knowing that it matters where we build it, it makes more sense to build it in a place where we're syndicate, right? And maybe we want to start building up some military facilities. That's probably the case. Just in case what's his name actually means that thing. Or we could just build up our defenses. That's also, I think, pretty reasonable. Alright, so we gotta kill these guys over in the unbreakable range. What did you have? Got the motion suppressor. So he does not have a lot of stuff that motivates him to be the first... motivates him to be the commander of an army. Hold on, let's annex this for Laviash. Do we want to do that? Outside of the... No, I guess we will take this one. None of them are great. Alright, you come over here. And... let's clean up that abyssal tear. We're headed toward the unbreakable range, I guess. You guys can just hang out and wait for us? Because that army's not going to go anywhere, right? It's a marauder army, but it seems like quest armies don't actually attack. You were running in what used to be the right direction, but is now the wrong direction. You don't have any movement left. It's weird that they would ask me to give orders to a unit that doesn't have the ability to do anything. And here, we don't even have the basic military infrastructure here. We should probably get some of that going. And in the capital, let's, oh, never mind. We'll build a colonizer soon. So we probably don't want to mess with any of this. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so this army up here, right by Penster, we have 5 turns left to take them down, and we have a good sense of how strong soldiers and guards are. The Fanatic we haven't played with a lot, and we've not seen a Techno Prophet in actual combat. Yeah, I don't think that the one army we're sending up there is actually going to be strong enough to do that. We may end up not completing that quest. We took too many relatively difficult combat quests on different sides of our empire. I mean, it won't be a big deal to miss one quest from them. I think that accepting a quest and then failing to complete it does reduce favor, I think. But it won't reduce it by enough for it to be like a huge problem. Alright, Uruk, what do you want? Okay, he wants to be friendly. Claudius Proton also wants to be friendly. Together we can be stronger. I'm with you, man. I totally buy that. Alright, let's try this. Balanced trade offer. He likes us now, right? Okay. He totally went for it. That's awesome. And then, that being the case, can we... Yeah, so now we should be very positive with him. That being the case, can we with the non-aggression pacts and stuff, please? Alright, cool. So now I am less worried. Claudius Proton seems like he's doing pretty well. He's the one I am most worried about getting a war declaration from. I think if anybody was going to follow through on it, it would be him. He is at war with Sina. I don't know that we want to get too involved with her then. He's also at war with Hatal Uruk. I think we're okay for right now, negotiations-wise. It's nice to not feel like I'm going to get besieged from every side at any moment. It's a good improvement for us. Alright. This colony ignores all economic penalties in volcanic sectors. The lava exploitation does not actually remove the lava penalty. That said, we have an awful lot of lava. Like, we have a ton of lava sectors. Nope, I'd still wait one turn. They forgot what I told them to do. Alright, so we're working hard on cleaning that noise up. This should be fairly straightforward, but let's... Again, the AI cannot be trusted to not get my units killed. It's especially weird in this army, because this army has so much healing. Alright, these dudes, they like to shoot explosives, right? Yeah, they have magma spit, and then they have... Oh, these are the flame jet guys, not the explosive lobbing guys. Okay, that gives us a slightly different imperative. That's a shame. I can't quite fire far enough to hit them. But I can destroy all of the cover on the approach. That's not true. They're just going to run behind this stuff. So that's probably not even worth doing then. I think we just take cover. Their weapons are pretty short range. We just take cover and go into Overwatch. We don't really get a lot of Overwatches though, do we? Well, running forward certainly isn't going to help us. that's going to give us some decent damage, and then we'll, like, move you out to here. Because Mente Stygian is pretty tough, right? Move you out to here. We may as well engage the dermal patches, because there's not going to be 4 turns of the battle. Throw out the repair drone, see if maybe it can draw some fire, and if it doesn't draw some fire, then that means they shot somebody else, and so we'll need to heal that person. And then just, like, heavy soldier, like, way out in front. I would love to position this soldier, like, yeah, here, I think. Just in a spot where I'm not tempting any flame cones. Okay, we got something done there. And you hang out in the back, ready to make trouble. It is a real shame that this guy lacks Overwatch. Gives him almost never anything to do right away. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Alright, here comes the Plague melee guy. He wants to melee us with his Plague. I mean, I feel like this is the right thing to do. I know that this isn't really helping with the cover removal, but did that scattered so short it didn't even hit them at all? That sucks. This guy has a ton of health. There's no way we're going to be able to keep him off of us. Well, that's crummy. That's fine. We'll arc discharge him for the rest of it. Okay, my shot does not stagger. I didn't use the scanners because I was figuring we were going to be shooting, but now this guy is so far from dead. So 3 times 7. Yeah, being able to ignore his shields helps a little bit. I think we're actually going to use the Overseer as an attacking unit rather than going for the prod. But unfortunately, it's just going to be nowhere near enough. If that missile had hit, we'd be in really good shape here. Let's see. I'm not going to get you, even if I get lucky and pull a crit. I'm not going to get you. I'm wondering if we maybe roll forward a space here, and then shoot at this guy. Because here, if I get a lucky crit, he actually will die. I did not get it. And then just like a heal on somebody. Yeah. I think that makes sense. A little bit of healing on that guy goes a long way. Okay, he ran back to buff instead of leaping in on us. I really, really appreciate him giving me another turn to deal with his garbage. How are we, though, going to deal with his garbage? These dudes who are right up on me don't have melee Overwatch or anything. Let's start with this. All I need is, like... Okay, that's pretty good. What I was going to say is all I need is, like, one of those 3 shots to hit, and we can figure it out from there. I'm pretty happy about the way that went. Okay, does anybody really... No, nobody really needs healing. Give you a little push, and then... And if this misses, we still have the Overseer. Okay. Not that I think we definitely would have lost units on the auto-resolve there, but I think we at least could have lost units on the auto-resolve. Six more skill points. The escape module, not super relevant. Keen sight is not super relevant. Backstab could matter. All-round awareness is kind of whatever. He doesn't have melee overwatch. I guess ground commander does buff the damage of the heavy soldier. Universal camouflage on the hero I don't think helps. Overwatch on all primary ranged attacks. And then this. Then I guess you head north? And we're not going to be able to do this fight with just you. But also, like, what else am I going to do with him, right? Do I want to start prepping an op? I don't really think so. We don't really need to deploy. I guess deploying some monitors over here so that we have better vision of the area so that we don't get surprised quite so much would be a good idea. Go ahead and launch another one right there. And then we don't have the points for another one to go out this turn, but we can certainly prime it. We're not going to be able to fight ships with our existing armies, but we can certainly get across the water at least. Sign of House Timur is trying to doomsday us. I mean, I'm working in the direction, sort of clumsily and slowly, in the direction of my own victory condition, but we might have to do something about her. Fortunately, we do know roughly where she is. What is this connected to? Yeah, the world as a whole may turn against her for the notification that we all just received, so we might be able to get away with that. Oh, where does this one go? Okay, way off into the dark. So she's built a dimensional... That's the first tower. We don't necessarily have to worry about that, although who knows, who knows how close she is to being able to run the operation. It could be the case that, 2 more towers finish next turn, and then all of a sudden we're all in deep trouble. Give me some more monitors, actually. I'm going to start extending my network in that direction. And I think we can actually run another one out this turn. Oh, no, we can't. Sorry, that one we just played was the one we could run out this turn. Okay. So I'm not 100% sure how to merge these armies so that the Felicia ends up in control. Maybe the way to do this is to move the non-Felicia army onto her, I think? That might work. What a dope bog. Oh, right, actually, you know what I need to do? I need somebody to come over here and grab Tin Man Bay. Vondber actually could do that. They can make a flyer or something. This guy is a ground unit. The owl flies, right? Yeah, give me a cheap owl. And then over here in the capital, is it time to just build the colonizer unit? Probably not, because we're not actually ready to send it over there yet, right? Not that we need to send it over there at all, actually. Let's just make sure we have some basic defenses in most places. And then we don't know for sure that we will ever need to produce military units here, but let's get at least basic production capability in case we must. We'll worry about that some other time, because all of our units just moved away from that part of the map. Vondber is, I mean, the population's going up, right? We're getting there. A proposal from a player who is pretty universally disliked. The thing we're going to have to be a little bit careful about. Don't want to end up on everybody else's bad side with her. Although, I mean, I'm sure they'll be way more focused on her than they are on us, given that she's creating doomsday weapons and everything. She was She was at war with everybody, right? I'm hoping that some of them will actually get the job done. Oh. I am way into this trade deal. Yeah, I'll trade my excuse for declaring war on you for your Cosmite. Because right now I'm not thinking that it's worth declaring war on her, and if like the thing that would probably push me over is if we saw her Doomsday level rise, and if we see her Doomsday level rise, that's going to give me a new Casus Belli, right? So the Paragon would love, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I will give anybody energy. I am all right with that. Okay, so let's see if this works. Move you here, move you guys onto... Okay, I think that worked. You guys over to here, and let's blow up some wildlife nest. 1272 power. This should be a pretty easy win for us in theory. Let's play with our chair though. We haven't actually gotten to use the chair in combat really. Can't remember. Do these dog things have leap? We do have to, of course, watch out for the swoops. It's the thing that happens sometimes when you come in contact with alien wildlife. You come down with a bad case of the swoops. Nobody wants that. It's a lot of gastrointestinal discomfort. It's a bad scene. Alright, let's try to just group up a little bit here. I would like it if we were closer together. And we can afford to be pretty much in the open as we're doing the process of merging the two armies, because it's not like cover's going to affect their attacks in any way. None of them are going to get close enough for it to matter this turn. I mean, I can't imagine, right? Okay, so you have that very powerful Psi-Tech emitter with the splash damage. This isn't going to do anything to anybody. This does work on all units, though. So we do have the motion suppressor to be particularly effective on, like, the birds. Just pin them in place and then shoot them out of the sky. So you don't really... I'm not really sure what the right positioning is for this unit, then. You're not even really any faster than anybody else, which is a shame. Oh, wait, you have... Is that 7 tiles? I guess it is. If we move to right here, and we shot you with the Psi-Tech emitter... I'm not sure if it bounces up to things that are in the air. Possible that it does. If I do this, all of the enemies are going to come forward to respond to this, though. Maybe that's fine? They really should fix that animation so that when you move, you only move to the part of the hex that you shoot from. We don't see that weird reverse every time we attack. And then you don't have a special defense mode or anything. You have the ability to project some agony fields later. Let's just get in position. We're going to try to do a mind control. Yeah, target non-mindless infantry unit. Are you technically an infantry unit? You are a skirmisher. Where is infantry? Hold on. Because you totally are. Alright, infantry is just a tag. A unit which is usually bipedal or vaguely humanoid in shape. So no, none of these are infantry. We're not going to get a mind control. Why did that not... There we go. Alright, and the Fanatic has... Hack into target Paragon unit with Imperial augments, causing them to overcharge. Paragon unit with Imperial augments. We do not have such a thing here. Actually, these guys are Paragon. Yeah, okay. We're going to overcharge those guys and see what it actually does. That's cool. Alright. Apparently there's going to be a lot of sitting around and not doing anything. And a lot of being too afraid to run recklessly into the Overwatch, if you can imagine. If you can imagine that level of cowardice. What's the range on this? 5 tiles? Okay, so we can do this turn. Let's have you... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, you could just stop right here and do that. Alright, may gain access to extra abilities. Didn't. But, you know, it's still a good buff, right? You lose your overcharge if you become staggered. That's weird. Okay, unstable augments is new. That's interesting. Obviously, I'd prefer we not really get any use out of that. We have increased attack, at least. And also, we deal arc damage, which we are not set up to really take advantage of that. It doesn't really give us any benefit. Well, I mean, it's just let's shoot some stuff, right? Not really terribly complicated. I'm a little worried about how much health these things have. Okay, you are unfortunately in everybody's way. Okay, we might be able to take down this bird as well. Yeah, with the action of the remaining hero over here. And then we can try to use this guy to do something else, like start shooting at that other bird. That shotgun hits pretty hard. That is an alright shotgun. The shot is pretty bad. It does have a chance to stun. That's a cool upgrade. Each hit has a chance to stun. You know what? Let's go for it. The overcharge seems to have made their animation considerably longer, which is kind of an annoying thing. Yeah, I guess just like move up a little bit, and we can totally finish this guy off, right? I'm hoping we get it right here. All right, cool. Hit graze was all we needed, and then that gives us, sadly, not a huge amount of stuff to do with these units. You have only 40 health, so I'm a little worried about exposing him too much to the big bird. If we move Felicia out in front, this should be okay. She's pretty tough in that chair. And then my hope is that'll draw fire away from the bike. Can we get close enough to do any damage without having to be out right next to her? No, not really. If we put him in front, he's just going to die again. Maybe this would be a good turn for him to just chill out. We could run up close enough to get off a motion sensor. That way I'm definitely not going to get hit 3 times. But I think maybe the play is just safe. You are too low on health to do anything crazy. We have not done an operation. I mean, an arc discharge here is fine. Doesn't stun the big, or doesn't stagger the big bird, but it staggers the other two. It buys us a little bit of safety. Oh well, I think that they may have screwed up a little bit here. It's possible that this was not the move they wanted to make. I would really love to use the low damage guy to finish this if we can. Cool. It's not like this fight was ever going to result in a lot of deaths, but I think we're going to get out of here without taking any damage, and that's a pretty neat upgrade. Oh yeah, crystal shotgun, look at that. I'm not nearly as worried about the small bird as I am about the little pouncy guy. It probably doesn't matter. They probably have the same chance to hit from all of these spaces. Which is to say, bad. The same bad chance to hit from all of these spaces. Looks like we're actually not going to kill this guy. It's probably just a weird variance, but this dude sure has hit way more often than we thought he was going to, right? Probably not the case that that being supercharged makes that happen. You know, I'm just gonna... Let's just go ahead and get that done. Okay. Not too shabby. Who knows? Maybe he'll choose to fly into the Overwatch for no reason at all. He has 13 health left, so we're not going to kill him with an arc discharge. Yeah, let's just not spend any energy then. Oh wow, he actually did just fly into the Overwatch. I was joking. I didn't think there was any chance of that happening. Alright, well, penguin. I mean, that's not like a unit with a goofy name. That appears to actually be a penguin. And a dazzling rifle. If this was not... I would sell the dazzling rifle with no problem, but we can't turn down a penguin. We also got a drone deployment module. An attack drone armed with laser weapons. That's pretty cool. He inherits the value of your mods. Yeah, we'll find somebody to put that on. Sorry, let me look at this penguin real quick. Yo! That's really something. He's got a beak pack with... it's got a really high impact beak. Got that penguin leap. 5 distance jump. Plus 30% damage and plus 2 range in water battles. But it's just a penguin, though. Most historians agree that the Star Union was guilty of many atrocities in the pursuit of greatness, yet nothing is more egregious than what the Imperial factions did to the penguins. They are a species prone to environmental adaptations, and the Star Union went too far in creating these genetically modified, flightless horrors that lurk amongst the icebergs. If the Star Union ever showed its unbridled hubris, went too far in playing God, and set itself on the path to destruction, it was in the creation of these waterfowl abominations. I'm in love with this unit. How do we learn to build these? I want an army that's made entirely out of these things. Alright, that's going to be it for us for today. We are definitely out of time, but we're going to make these penguins into the leaders and mascot of our armed forces. So come back next time to see what a really tricked out murder penguin looks like. And we'll see you then.